was having up close and personal with Low. The question, the answer, and the truth. I was 18 years old and got sentenced to 15 years, no commercial break. But I was the type of street nigga that didn't know how to kill. I don't know if I wasn't taught or if I just didn't learn it, but my little boy Karen was really zero. Like I ain't really consider nothing. Like everything. I guess I thought like was the game. And I really ain't changed till I was like, till I was like 11, 12 years in. Other than that, I was still stuck on stupid. I guess you gotta get tired of doing something before you can do something else. And when you tired of being broke, you'll start getting you some money, saving you some money. Like, you just gotta get tired of doing it. A lot of niggas, I ain't even gonna say they misled because once you reach a certain age, you start developing your own mindset. But it's still like a catch-22 because a lot of niggas don't know how to think and never learn how to think. So, I mean, you gotta get in a situation and have little or no resources to know that you gotta come up out of it. It's like the back against the wall mentality. You know what I'm saying? Faced with an issue that just like the people who built cars, we ran now because somebody else got tired of walking. See what I'm saying? So it get deeper than that, but 18 years old, hit with an armed robbery, and I ain't consider it like I'm in the street doing a little this, little that, selling a little weed, selling a little hard, this, that, nothing major. So even when the judge gave me the time, I was too stupid to realize what it meant. How Plies said on that old real testament. Young nigga don't even know what all that time mean. That true. My first count was where I stayed prison, the Waycross, Georgia. I was a younger nigga there until they officially shut Alto prison down like the beginning of 2026. Then, they split all them up, but for about a good, I say about 4 months, I was a younger nigga there. I did little talking and a lot of listening. That's how I learned to decipher. Like, I learned to decipher different things that people do, how they move, how they rock. And I know you probably done heard people talk about prison, this, that, and the third. But when I first went in at 18, I think it was more structured. Like people took better care of themselves. Like that meth hit the chain gang probably about where I first came around probably about 2012. But from '05 to 2012, it was a different energy. Now that meth don't hit. If you asking me, I'm gonna say any hope that niggas had of shaking back and coming out better on some grown man shit, boss shit, whatever you want to call it, it pretty much over with, especially them niggas dipping and dabbing in that milk. Me personally, I would have did weed, a cigarette, and I would take a Benadryl to help me sleep. I take them now. But I came home 2020. I was 18 when I left, 33 when I got back. But going in, I guess you could say I had a closed mind, cause I'm gonna put it like this. You know how niggas on first 48, how niggas is like they on that type of time, whatever you with, they with, and they get in the interrogation room and cry. That's the reality of it. A lot of people out here and they really ain't on that type of time. Why they own it, I don't know who they trying to trick, who they trying to betray, but you can tell by the action after the judge stand together in the interrogation room. If you bad it, you won't be bad it. You just bad it and you got caught. But even from the time I got caught to the time I got sentenced, like I say, I don't know what type of time I was on, but I ain't care. I knew what came with the street, and I was 100% invested in the street, which is stupid. But I ain't care. But when I turned around and see my mama crying, I guess the man I am now tried to tap into the young boy I was then, because I was hurt for her. But I still didn't understand what was about to happen. That I'm leaving her to be out here by herself, trying to figure it out. Leaving my daddy. I lost a grandma and I lost a granddad and like everything just went left. Everybody don't, you hear some niggas saying they went in, they got the pack, they were able to do this. I ain't get no pack, I ain't catch no mule, but I was alright because the little common sense I did possess, I was able to maneuver and take the stuff I did have and network. Ran a store hand, ran a little parlay ticket hand, nothing major. I would never a playmaker. I ain't never catch no mule. I ain't, I went in that type of loop. I ain't affiliated. Not saying that you gotta be affiliated to get into that, but it just, once I all came into me, probably like, I say 2000, I'm gonna say right at 2017, and really when I tapped into who I could have been if I would never out here selling myself short. So 2017, I'm still in the bar. But I think I came into the realization that everything I went through, it was because of the choices I made, how I looked at things, how I perceived things, how I responded to things. But prison, I mean, unless you innocent, that what comes with the game we play. And like I said, I was 100% vested with the so-called street code, whether everybody agreed to it and abide about it or not. I was 100% vested. Like if I rock with you, I rock with you. And the loyalty went with me and you, or me and my clique. Anybody outside of that, I really ain't care about you. And it wasn't that personal. You got your cliques, you got your homeboys, then you got the other side. You know what I'm saying? But I learned how to think in prison. And once I started cultivating my thought process, learning how to actually think, a lot of people, even out in society now, a lot of people are just, it's a systematic, like whether you get up and go do this, whether, I'm gonna use this for an example. I know you probably don't heard people say, oh, well, next week I'm gonna start doing this, and they don't do it, they don't start doing it, or New Year, I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna start doing this. And 3 years later, they ain't started where they said they were gonna start, and they ain't stopped where they said they were gonna stop. And it's like trigonometry, how we say it, like lying to yourself become a disease, and it grow within you to where you don't know it, but you ain't even taking yourself serious. Because after you don't been through certain things and you don't figure out certain things, whether you figure it out to the best of your ability, you gotta understand right now, to get ahead or to put yourself in a better situation, there are things you can do. You see what I'm saying? Everything we want to do, there are things we can do to obtain it. There are things we have to start doing to increase the chances of attaining it. And one thing I used to focus on once I came into how to think, how to process my thoughts, how to meditate, just how to. Sometimes you just gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta stop, lay out all the things you got going on, the things you want going on, and you gotta know how to categorize them. See what I'm saying? But one thing that used to get me when people say, if I knew then what I know now, all right, if we're gonna bring it into content, if you didn't know it then, okay, we ain't even gonna hold you accountable. You didn't know it, but you say you know it now. So once you declare that if I knew then what I know now, that means you have became aware of something. So if you know it now, you should be able to put the pieces of the puzzle together and maneuver a little better to put yourself in a better situation. But that goes back to what I said a minute ago. People don't start lying to themselves, and whether somebody who you talking to, whether they believe it or not, is irrelevant. It's because it falls back on what you know. See what I'm saying? You know what you're gonna do. You know what you ain't gonna do, regardless of who you flexing for, who you fronting for. Like once you start lying to yourself, I'ma just say if you got an arm on you, once you lie to yourself and you accept that lie. Like if I said, what the day Monday? Okay, let's just say if I say, oh yeah man, Friday, I'ma start working out. And then Friday coming on, start working out. A piece of my armor just got cracked. You know what I'm saying? So now, mentally, I'm a liability to myself. But I just declared Monday that Friday I was gonna start working out, and Friday came and I ain't do that. But they get deep in that. But anyway, 18 in prison. I guess you could say I was asleep. It's like, I'm there, I'm aware, I'm going through the motion, but I ain't no like me dude that don't been locked up longer than I've been alive. Just the day-to-day functions of chain gang. At the end of the day, I couldn't be too mad because I knew that what came with what I was out here doing. But it was just crazy though. Like, I guess you could say, I could say prison wasn't too bad. Because like when you out here in the street, that's what you, it's like you running the finish line. But when you in the street, the finish line is chain gang or the grade. So when I got there, it was like, okay, I'm finally here. See what I'm saying? But it'll sound crazy to you, especially if you ain't in the street, which I hope you not, because the streets are different. The streets are different, man. And I sit back now and I ride through the areas I used to be in, ripping and running. The stuff that I don't did this, and I ride through there. I still see people out and about, but when I ride through that, my mindset be like, damn, I was out here. I was 100% invested in this shit, and now I can't believe myself. It like me now. If I could sit back and talk to the 18-year-old me, or I was like from 16 to 18 when I got locked up, it was like I'm all in. All in back then was all gas, no breathe. Now I was all in, but when I ride through them area, man, I just be like, damn. But even though I went to China, I ain't did 15. I can't regret it. I can't regret none of the choices. Like they say if you can change something with you, and me, I really can't because the mindset I got now, is better than the mindset I had then. And if I want to know crash when I crashed and went through what I went through, I probably still be a alcoholic. Like I said, I didn't change, so I was about